Blog Talk Radio. Blog Talk Radio.
Hi everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Franchise Interviews, where for over 5 years we've been asking the Franchipreneurs of all-in-one. I'm your host, Marty McDermott, and I'm the president of Franchise Interviews, and we have a great show this morning. We're meeting with Dom Cirello of BookKeeping Express. And BookKeeping Express is a national company that provides businesses with professional bookkeeping services, and that's coming right up on Franchise Interviews. So stick around because we've got a great show.
Are you one of those special people who are willing to go after your dreams and goals? Are you ready to fulfill that dream of owning your own business with the security of a proven brand? The opportunity to take control of your future and own a Rita's Italian Ice franchise is within your reach.
Rita's is seeking success-oriented individuals who are ready to make a change in their life, and Rita's offers unparalleled training and support to assure your success. And did you know the frozen treat industry is a recession-proof industry, and there are Rita's in 23 states currently with 540 stores open. Rita's Italian Ice has been around for 25 years and is listed as a top-performing franchise by the Wall Street Journal.
Now here's the really good part. Rita's Italian Ice is a unique and amazing taste treat. It's smoother than a snow cone, and it combines ice with real fresh fruit. The real fruit adds dramatically to the taste, and it comes in over 40 flavors. The ice and fruit are mixed on site and made fresh daily, and it is delicious.
You'll want to know more about this exciting and successful franchise opportunity. Go to www.ownaritas.com and get all your questions answered. That's www.ownaritas.com to take control of your dreams and future today. You don't want to wait any longer to be a part of this adventure. www.ownaritas.com.
Franchisers, are you looking to reach aspiring entrepreneurs looking to buy a franchise? Are you looking to reach a highly educated audience on franchising? For over 4 years, Franchise Interviews has been giving an up-close, behind-the-scenes look at franchising and entrepreneurship through our website, franchiseinterviews.com, where you can hear and read interviews as well as get inside tips from some of the most successful sources in franchising. Check out our weekly franchise radio show, where each week you get to hear a new interview with franchisers, franchisees, franchise authors, franchise experts, and attorneys, and our podcast, Great Quotes in Franchising. Get 3 months of free advertising when you sign up for our 1-year package. For more information, go to franchiseinterviews.com or call us at 610-905-2919. That's 610-905-2919.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Franchise Interviews, where for over 5 years we've been asking the Franchipreneurs of all-in-one. I'm your host, Marty McDermott, and I'm the president of Franchise Interviews. And as we were saying earlier, we have a great show today. We're meeting with Dom Cirello of BookKeeping Express. And BookKeeping Express is a national company that provides businesses with professional bookkeeping services. Hey Dom, how you doing today? Welcome to the show.
Very good. Thanks for having me, Marty. I'm doing good.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's a pleasure to have you on this show, Dom. We always like to ask our guests, where are you calling from this morning?
I live in the Tampa Bay area, a small town in the suburbs of Tampa, Riverview, Florida.
Oh, nice. How's the weather down there today?
Today it's very windy. The last couple of days it's been very rainy with Tropical Storm Debbie out there.
That's right.
Yeah, but no, today's looking much better.
That's good. That's good. You know, when I read your bio, Dom, I knew we had to have you on the show. Maybe you could just tell, I guess, a little bit about what you were doing before joining Bookkeeping Express.
Okay. Well, prior to Bookkeeping Express, I was part of corporate America. I was working as a program manager and business analyst for telecommunications and software companies, and then prior to that, I was a officer in the United States Air Force, served my country for 13 years.
That's fantastic.
There I did program management. I did a lot of research and development. I had a very rich and varied career in the Air Force.
That's great. For our listeners, Dom, who might be unfamiliar with Bookkeeping Express, maybe you can explain the concept of Bookkeeping Express and your position also with the company.
Okay, well, at Bookkeeping Express, we call ourselves profit and growth experts. We offer the traditional bookkeeping services with a technology-driven solution. We are an Intuit partner, and we are an outsourced bookkeeping approach where we actually come in and partner with small and medium businesses. So we are scalable. We have all our work is overseen by CPAs. We have many industry studies and analyses that we bring to bear with our customers, so we can help them, maximize their profits, minimize their taxes, and grow their company.
It's an important service. You know, I was recently at a franchise show, Dom, in New York at the Jacob Javits Center, and I guess there was probably about 300 different exhibitors there. And, when you go through a franchise directory, I think there's probably about 2,500 different franchise opportunities in there. So what attracted you to Bookkeeping Express? I mean, sometimes it must be difficult to narrow it down to that one franchise.
Well, I had looked. I had been looking for over a year. I looked by myself, and I looked with the help of a franchise coach. I wanted something that would match my skills and abilities. I had done just about everything I could and got as high as I could in corporate America. I'm very analytical and excellent with numbers, and also I was looking for something that wasn't going to require a large initial investment. Right. And I'd looked at several, and Bookkeeping Express was it just met every one of my needs, probably even more than I could have imagined.
That's great. So, I mean, is it necessary to have experience in getting into a Bookkeeping Express? I'm sure a lot of our listeners are probably wondering, saying, okay, do I need experience to get into this type of business?
I think the experience is helpful, but I have no direct bookkeeping or accounting experience. I have a systems management degree, which it heavily concentrated on accounting, management accounting, bookkeeping. But I think the real thing is the drive and the desire to be a problem solver for your career. Right. Which is really what you come into a company as a partner being, as a problem solver for that company. If you've got those things, I think you can be successful.
That's well said. So what would you say, Dom, sets Bookkeeping Express apart from some of the other, I guess you could say, service providers in your community?
Well, there are a number of CPA firms and a number of bookkeeping firms in the company, and they are local and very good at what they do. What we offer is we have all the benefits of a local company because I am actually the business's partner. I'm in working with the customer, but also we have the ability to leverage a national organization by using our team center, where we have bookkeepers under the oversight of a director and a CPA that are actually working the customer's bookkeeping needs. So we're scalable, we can expand, and we're responsive quickly, and we've got a technology-driven solution where a customer can have access to his records and his reports, his customized reports, 24/7.
Yeah, that's important. So how would you explain the training and support you received from Bookkeeping Express during the pre-opening phase of your business, Dom?
Well, it was excellent, and when I looked at it originally, I thought, oh my gosh, why are they putting me through this? And then I realized that they actually, one of the things that they helped me with is the marketing end of things, which is they taught me how to market my business, and then they've also helped me with the accounting and bookkeeping end of things, filling in some of the gaps in my knowledge, and then they're always there for me. They're an email away, they're a phone call away. I can't overstate that enough that they want me to be successful, and their training and their responsiveness really helps me.
Yeah, and I know they're big as far as giving back to the community and things like that. So what do you initially hope to do for the small business community in the region you serve, and what are your, I guess you could say, your long-term goals for this business, Dom?
Well, immediately, we're starting up, and I'm out there making myself known, making my company known, and I'm expecting right now to grow the business eventually, very soon, hopefully, hire some additional employees, and then eventually I hope to expand. Right now I'm servicing the East Tampa area, but as every company, you hope to expand, and I hope to as well. I hope to be very successful. Obviously, that's why I'm in the business.
Mm-hmm. There's I'm working on my dissertation, Dom, and there was an interesting statistic I came across said by the Small Business Administration. They said that, I guess it looks like veterans in the private sector are 45% more likely to go into their own business than those individuals that have no active duty military experience. Why do you think that is? It seems like a lot of military, coming back from the previous war, are going into their own business.
Well, I want to say this is a good point for me to say that I did listen to your Memorial Day show.
Oh,
and,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for doing that.
It's our pleasure. Yeah.
One thing I think is that I served my country proudly, and I came right out of college, went into the Air Force. Other people, my peers, went right into corporate America.
Right.
As a result, I have a different set of skills and different experiences. But one of the things is that I've still got my drive from the military, from the Air Force. I'm always looking to improve, to go higher, faster, bigger. And I had pretty much done everything that I could, and I think that's pretty much where the military people are. They're looking at things. You get put in charge of a battalion, a company. You get put in charge of logistics. You get put in charge of accounting and finance. I think that the skills are there, the drive is there, and people look at their opportunities in corporate America, and a lot of veterans will probably choose franchising.
I was going to say, have you noticed a link? Would you say that the military prepares you, Dom, it sounds like, for being, I don't want to say a better franchisee, but sometimes a more qualified franchisee? We've interviewed a lot of people like yourself, and it almost seems like with the military being a system and franchising being a system, it does seem like a good match, doesn't it, for both?
Well, yes, it does. There is always the factor, where you are as a franchisee, you are given a system and possibly some procedures, and you are told to follow them, and you're also, it's assumed that you're going to fill in the blanks. You're not given a step-by-step. That is very, very similar to almost everything I was done in the military, where you're given an objective, you're given maybe a set of instructions, and you're expected to make it successful without having 100% procedures and all the information. And that can't be overstated. I mean, that is something the military taught me.
Yeah.
So.
And is that why you went into franchising too, Dom? I mean, I guess, you had some choices, I mean, you probably, you could have gone at this alone, I guess, if you wanted to, or you could have started your own company from all the experience that you had, I mean, so why franchising then? I mean, was it some of the things that you just mentioned, I suspect?
Well, franchising, I get the opportunity, especially with BookKeeping Express, to leverage their process. The service offers that they've set up. So I don't have to invent all that. With BookKeeping Express, they've got a franchise ready for me with procedures, and it's up to me to make it successful. Here, they do everything they can to help me, but I could have started maybe business analyst or consulting from the ground up, but this is an extra step towards success. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know you guys are planning to serve, the veteran community. I mean, how do you guys plan to, service that particular segment of the population, Dom?
Well, one thing is that I go out and I look specifically for veteran-owned companies, but I am also very driven to hire veterans.
As employees,
As employees, yes. And specifically focusing on veterans with service-connected disabilities or their caregivers. I have a unique opportunity in that I can actually have people that are employees that I can work from home or allow them to work from home. And that's something that is very close to my heart. And something that I plan to give back, and a promise that I plan to keep to other veterans.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So what else would you like to share about? Is there anything else for our listeners, Dom, that you can tell them about BookKeeping Express as a franchise?
Well, I will say that BookKeeping Express, as far as a franchise, actually makes great sense for a franchisor. We offer a way for a franchisor to be able to get from his franchisees consistent and uniform, on-time financial reports all at once. We call this Franchisor Express. So some of your listeners may be looking at this, and this is a excellent opportunity for any franchisor or a franchisee if they're looking to concentrate on their business and have somebody take care of their books. That's what we're here for, and that's what I'm here for.
That's great. What's the best way for our listeners to get more information on all the different services provided by BookKeeping Express? Are there any websites they should go to?
Well, I would direct them to the franchisor's website. It's bookkeepingexpress.com.
Okay, bookkeepingexpress.com.
Right. The main number is 877-525-5337, and they can get in contact with the franchisor there, or they can call me at 877-2223-BKE in the East Tampa area.
That's fantastic. And I want to thank you again, Dom, and especially thank you for protecting and serving our country for so many years. It's greatly appreciated. It's guys like you that, we're able to do this kind of show. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dom. You have a great day, and we'll be right back with more franchise interviews.
Franchise Interviews. For over 4 years, Franchise Interviews has been giving an up-close, behind-the-scenes look at franchising and entrepreneurship through our website, franchiseinterviews.com, where you can hear and read interviews as well as get inside tips from some of the most successful sources in franchising. Check out our weekly franchise radio show, where each week you get to hear a new interview with franchisers, franchisees, franchise authors, franchise experts, and attorneys. And don't forget to listen to our podcast, Great Quotes in Franchising. For more information, go to franchiseinterviews.com or call us at 610-905-2919. That's 610-905-2919.
Need a business loan? Talk to Diamond Financial Services, the experts in franchise financing nationwide. Whether you're looking to start a franchise, acquire an existing franchise, or expand your territory through opening new locations, Diamond Financial stands by your side start to finish. From pre-qualification to packaging and presenting your application to securing a financial commitment and through the loan closing process, Diamond Financial is there. While you're waiting, thousands of others are making their financial dreams come true. Don't wait any longer. Pre-qualify now by completing a confidential, no-obligation financial analysis. Let's face it, traditional banks just aren't in the business of financing small business. At Diamond Financial, we specialize in securing franchise loans from $100,000 to $3 million and equipment leasing up to $150,000. Let us help you get started. Go to www.franchisefunding.net or call 877-508-2274. That's franchisefunding.net, 877-508-2274.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Great Quotes in Franchising, where each podcast you get to hear a great quote in franchising. You know, Don and I have been hosting franchise interviews now almost 6 years, and during that time we've had some incredible quotes on the show. Today you're going to get to hear from Sean Folk, who is a military veteran who's done very well in franchising, and Sean's going to give some great advice to perhaps some other military veterans who are looking to go into their own franchise. So here we go.
So it sounds kind of obvious, but why did GFC Management start this program then, Sean? You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, I think they saw the opportunity out there to find someone who is going to come in and execute that system. Like you were saying a minute ago about there's some people out there who franchising ends up not being right for them. They think they can either do it better or what corporate says it doesn't work for them. You know, so we have those franchisees as well. You know, some of them who just kind of buck the system along the way, and sometimes you know they have great ideas, but other times it almost seems like they make it harder for themselves. If they would just execute the system, they would be so much better off. So, you know, and me talking to our franchisor, and they saw my success, and I do preach talking about the system. I say the system's there, execute it, just follow along. And I'm not saying that you just have to be a sheep and just do whatever they tell you. I question them at times. I challenge them at times. I say that I don't think that's going to work, and we work together to try to make changes. So I'm not saying that you have to come in and just be blind and walk along the way, but I am saying that person, like a veteran, who comes in and understands that it's collaborative work, working together to make things better, I think that is the person that they're really looking for. So they saw an opportunity in offering it to veterans, and with the programs that are out there with the IFA and the VetFran system that's out there, knowing that there's tens of thousands coming back every year right now, we saw an opportunity to take advantage of people who are going to be successful.
Wow. So what should veterans consider when contemplating franchising then, Sean? What would you say to them?
Well, I think they should consider, like what we were talking about earlier, kind of what they're interested in the first place. Definitely do a lot of due diligence. Make sure that you understand what you're getting into. Ask a lot of questions. I would encourage them to ask if in the system that they're interested in, like Great American Cookies, ask if they have veterans in their system already and try to talk to them, because I think a veteran talking to a veteran gives a whole different perspective on things and an understanding of what it really takes to be successful in that system. And so ask that question, and you got to know your finances, and you got to know what the qualifications are, and that's part of the due diligence of knowing what you're getting into.
That's a good point. Just speaking to franchisees in general too, just as try to speak to as many as you can. Do plenty of due diligence.
Yeah. Well, I think that there's a lot of effort from the development team of a franchisor to say, here's a list of franchisees that you may want to call and find out about our system. Well, I think if a veteran's coming in, they ought to say, well, are any of these veterans, and if not, can I talk to a veteran? And I think they have a whole different language that they communicate on, and I think that they can get a different picture and a more accurate picture that relates to them a little bit more.
It's also good to see so many franchise systems part of the VetFran program.
Thanks, everyone, for listening.